Hey guys, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my July TBR. As you can see, it's very ambitious. But the thing is, I have stopped doing TBRs. I didn't do them for the past couple of months because I feel like TBRs are not really my thing. But the thing is that I enjoyed making TBRs and then I don't read according to them. I go with the flow because I'm an impulsive reader, I'm a mood reader. I go with the flow and then things happen that don't allow me to pick the books from that particular TBR. But since I started BookTube, I started doing this thing in which in my birthday month, I read the books that I'm really excited about. So without wasting any more time, let me share with you all the books that I want to read in July 2019. I know I'm not going to be able to get through the entire stack, but nevertheless, I'm very excited about them and I just hope that I will be able to get through, and if I do get through, then that's going to be a miracle. The first book that I am very excited to read is a book that I got in May, but I was not able to read it until now because of schedules and things that happened in life and all that. And that book is You Will Be Safe Here by Damien Barr. This is a book that I have been coveting for such a long time. I had been coveting for such a long time because of all the amazing reviews, especially of that one bookstagrammer who I really trust, one of the bookstagrammers that I really trust. And things happened and I got a hardcover of this book. I don't even know, in that moment I was legit crying when I saw that I had received this book, and I went crazy and I wasn't able to read it in June. So let's make July a more productive month. The second book that I'm really excited about and one that I want to read in July 2019 is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. And this is a book that I lost my mind about. Another book that I lost my mind about. I loved Eat, Pray, Love, and to actually receive this book, it was wonderful. And my excitement about this book, which is set in the 1940s and it follows the story of women who are looking to make a life for themselves, it's completely justified. So this is not the one that I am starting next, but I wish I did. But we'll get there soon. And until then, I'll just stare at this book and that's enough for me. The third book that I want to share with you that I want to read in July 2019 is a book that I got as an anniversary present from my husband, and that book is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Since I had read The Poet X last year and absolutely loved it, I had listened to it on audiobook and I had absolutely loved it. I couldn't wait when I saw that Elizabeth Acevedo's next book was coming out, and I was like, oh my god, I need to have this book. And I can't even... So you can see how crazy I am about this one. And you can say that about the previous two books also, but this one is something else. The next book is one that has been doing the rounds of BookTube and Bookstagram, and I'm so intrigued by the concept of the book that follows the life of a fictional band and talks about how their lives were at that time, or at the time that they were set in. And I won this book in a giveaway on Instagram and I am so happy, and I will forever be in debt to Jordan, who thought I was worthy enough to win this book. And the book in question is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have not read any book by Taylor Jenkins Reid before, but I'm really excited to read this one, of course. That's why it is on this list, doof, and I'm just waiting to pick this one up. I say that about every book. The next three books that I'm really excited to read in this month, or any time for that matter, because this has blown out of proportion and I feel really guilty for not reading this series even though I already have the books. So I think this will be the month in which I will actually finally pick these books and read them. And the series in question is the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. Shadow and Bone Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising. I became a fan of Leigh Bardugo's writing after I read Wonder Woman Warbringer, but other than that I have not read any other books of hers. But I know that this is a series that I really need to get into because the hype is real and there are more books that I can dip my brain into and then enjoy. See, it's an obsession. I can't get to a particular book unless I've read everything that came before it, like preceded it. I learnt my lesson with Harry Potter way back when, so I'm not about to change that anytime soon. The next book that I want to read this month because I'm really excited about it is a book called Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. This was doing the rounds of Bookstagram a lot and there were people who were raving about it and they said it's one of the most amazing books that has ever been written of all time. So I was like, okay, I really need this book because it's that easy to convince me to get a book. And I'm really excited to read this one. I'm really excited to read this one. It's 620 pages long. No big deal. It's okay, I can manage. It's already overwhelming me. Oh goodness. Okay. The next book that I'm really excited to read is a book that won the 2019 Women's Prize for Fiction, and that book is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. In Hindi, Tayari means preparation, and maybe I need to be prepared to be whacked in the gut by this book, at least from what I've heard from so many people. So I'll be prepared. I'm sorry for that pun and I don't intend to make fun of your name. It's the story of newlyweds and how they handle being together in a world that is really not fair. It's a very bad gist, but that was enough to make me interested in reading this book. The next book that I want to read and which I'm really excited about is Fierce Fairy Tales by Nikita Gill. And this is a book that I put on the 12 books that I want to read in 2019. It's not only the cover that intrigues me, it's also the fact that this poetry, the story in the form of poetry, this sort of storytelling is, I actually enjoy reading such things. And though I haven't read much of poetry, I feel like this is going to be one that's going to blow my socks off. So I can't wait to read this, I can't wait to pick it up, and I can't wait to enjoy Nikita Gill's work. The next book that I'm really excited to read this July, and one that I was supposed to have started reading with a few other bookstagrammers. I was supposed to buddy read this with them, but I couldn't because of things, life, and June wasn't that great of a reading month for me, so I was not able to pick this up. And that book is Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and this is a book that is also on my 12 books that I hope to read in 2019 list. And as you know, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is one of my favorite authors. I've only read two of her works, of her non-fiction works, We Should All Be Feminists and Dear Ijawale, or A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions, and I love both of them. And her writing style is so pure, so simple, so beautiful, that it just touched my heart and I just want to read everything by her. This will be the book that I will be starting soon. Just look at this stack, and I'm adding this to the top. Wow. The next book on this list is an Agatha Christie book which I will be reading for an Agatha Christie book club that I am part of, and that book is Giant's Bread. It's a Mary Westmacott novel, and I'm sure that it's going to be one hell of a ride because it's Agatha Christie. If she uses her own name, if she uses her pseudonym, it doesn't matter. She's going to be awesome. The next book that I'm really excited to read in July 2019 is The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. This is set in World War II, as you can tell by its name, and it's not about the excitement of reading something that relates to concentration camps and the Holocaust and such things. So it really makes me want to read it and want to absorb the pain of that time. The Tattooist of Auschwitz is based on the powerful true story of Leil Sokolov. Okay, this is going to topple. It's 1, 2, 3. The next 4 books that I want to read this month are part of the Reading Rush TBR that I'll be taking part in this month. The Reading Rush takes place from the 22nd to the 28th of July, So I'm really excited to take part in that readathon. The first book that I'm reading for that readathon, I won't go into much detail here, and the book is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. It's a classic. It talks about racism and it talks about so many human emotions according to the blurb, and I can't wait to get to read this book. The next book I'm reading is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. This is the first in this series, and it is the favorite of one of my favorite YouTubers, Jessie the Reader, and I can't wait to get into this. It sounds like an awesome read. The next book that I'm hoping I'll read is Black Beauty by Anna Sewell, and this completes a prompt for the reading rush, which is why I picked it up. Otherwise it would have just stayed in the back of my cupboard, and I just went scouting for this and I found it, and hopefully I'll read it anytime between the 22nd to the 28th. The next book that I will be reading during the readathon is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang, and I know the Bright Test is already out, but I was not able to read The Kiss Quotient, and as you know, I don't get to the sequels without reading the first or second books, not the prequels, the first or second book. So that's the last book that I'm hoping I will read for this month. So while editing this video, I realized that I forgot about a book that I started in May but I have still not finished, and that book is Killing Commendator by Haruki Murakami. I don't know why, but it's taking me such a long time to read this one. It's not that the writing is very difficult. I just don't seem to actually get into the whole reading this story thing, because it spooked me out one night, but that was recently, but even then I haven't been able to read it. So this is one more book that I really want to finish this month. So this is my overambitious TBR for July 2019. Now I'm freaking out. It didn't seem as bad when I was writing down the names, but there are way too many books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 books. Yeah. It's going to be a fun ride, I think. Anyway, what did you think of my TBR? Are these books on your list? Would you like to read any of these books? Will you be participating in the reading rush? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe, because it will be of immense help for me. And please spread the word also, because I'm this close to 700 subscribers. So please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.